All praises to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. All praises to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. So it says right here, Bill Gates caught funding experiments to make bird flu spread to humans. The Bill Gates Foundation awarded the University of Wisconsin-Madison a $9.5 million grant to conduct research on making the H5N1V transmissible to humans and other mammals. The McCullough Foundation, led by Peter, shared on X that this funding, directed to UW-Madison and principal investigator Yoshiro Tawaka, involves modifying H5N1, potentially using gain-of-function techniques. The experiments hope to ensure bird flu preferentially recognizes human-type receptors and transmits efficiently in mammals. Skip down. The role of receptor binding specificity in interspecies transmission of influenza Vs. Skip down again. In vitro assessment of attachment pattern and replication efficiency of H5N1 AVs with altered receptor specificity. Right. So, this is probably going to be the next V for the upcoming lockdown. And as you know, these devils, they always are plotting to do evil. They can't rest without making sure they do evil. So, and it just shows you that the Bible, the word of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is true. That Esau, right, so-called white people, Esau, Edom, really is the wicked. And we know that some white people are Israelites, but for the most part, a lot of white people are Edomites. And of course, they're trying to find a way to depopulate the human population, right? And honestly, not just the human population, the animal populations too. Because this kills animals, everything, right? So I think there is a website called Diego. I believe it was a government website. Correct me if I'm wrong. That said in 2025 there would be a mass depopulation, and although it said on the Diego website in 2025 that there will be a mass depopulation, I'm not sure if it's still on the website. I'm not sure if the site's still up, but it seems as though this H5N1V will be the start of it, right? Because I've been hearing that this H5N1 can have up to a 50% mortality rate, right? So, with this upcoming lockdown, not only will H5N1 be a factor, and as soon as they make this transmissible also available to humans, but also you're going to have other V's that come to effect, right? So that when those V's come along, they may not have a high mortality rate. It could just be a common cold, but guess what? They may quarantine you anyway, because at least the fear of plague death will be real, right? People start dropping like dead bodies, dropping like birds from the sky, right? However, there's also probably going to be other V's that aren't bad, but you think it's going to be H5N1, and you may want to take the jab anyways, right? But we know in the faith of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, let's get the scripture out. 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11. Right? Let's get that out. Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11. Here we go. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Right, so we're not ignorant of this. It says that Yahweh would warn his prophets, right? So we have warning of what is about to come, right? Whether it be this year or the end of this year or the beginning of next year. We know what's going to be happening. And we also know kind of how this V is going to go. It's going to be way worse than the one in 2020, but at least we know the phases they're going to start adopting, right? First, they're going to hear it in the news. And then what's going to happen is they're going to have you wear masks. Then what's going to happen is they're going to say it's mandatory. Then they're going to start locking things down. And then they're going to start prescribing a jab. And then, but this time, they're going to go fast forward. For Esau shall come as a madman, sparing none. Right? So, let's get Malachi chapter. Where is Malachi at? Here we go. Malachi chapter 4, verse 1. Actually, let's get chapter 1, verse 4. It says, verse 4, Malachi chapter 1, verse 4, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build desolate places, thus saith the Lord of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. Right. And there's a reason they're called the border of wickedness. Who in the world funds almost $10 million just to make sure that H5N1 is transmissible? Just to make sure that it really does infect someone, to make sure it kills someone. What kind of devil and demonic thinking would you have for that to happen? This can only be explainable by these people, Esau Edom, being the border of wickedness. Because no other people are doing it to the level that Esau Edom is doing this. They think wickedness, right? Have these plans, try to enslave humanity, kill humanity, right? And try to eventually see-hip humanity. And we, Lord willing, we are the elect, reject the see-hip. Now, these devils think of this stuff, and of course, they are the ones that think of this, right? Now, we're going to get, let's see, 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 9. Alright. Yeah. It says in 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 9, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Right. So we're very clearly in the end of Esau's parts, or Slacker, we're very clearly in the end of Esau's world. For when we see that Esau is sabotaging everyone and starting to come up with these ridiculous plans for world domination, world globalization, also known as the New World Order, we know that Yahweh will send his son Yahweh Shah to soon break up the rule of Esau Edom forever and set up his kingdom, right? For evil E is in his end is the end of his rulership right now. He's about coming to the line where he cannot pass, that the Lord has ordained, right? And Jacob is beginning that followeth, right? So when we hear these news of this pandemic going on, and these V's coming around, and they're trying to do all these C-hips, we know that our salvation is nigh, and that soon we will get our time to rule. As said, we got next. Right? And I just want to get one last scripture. Let's get Malachi. Malachi, we're going to get 4 verse 1. And it says, for behold, the day cometh, and shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch, right? So Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, is going to make sure that the wicked receive their judgment, and America is going to be destroyed by nuclear fire and missiles. Right? The wicked seem like they live for a long time, but their end is destruction. So stay in there, brethren. I thank to the elders, apostles, and brethren help teaching this truth. I hope this lesson was edifying to the elect. Right? And I just want to say the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the Israelites. And if you receive this spirit, if you receive what the Bible really says about the Israelites, chances are, regardless of what you look like, you may possibly be an Israelite too. So, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, and Shalom.